the show's entitled Fluorescent Black. It was a group exhibition of few artists, 3 artists in total, with the umbrella term of SOFLO. But this show, being Fluorescent Black, was graciously put together with the help of Leo of the Kendall Art Center. It's a body of work that I've been working on for a little over 5 years, being able to fine-tune just a form of expression of myself. I learned early on about painting and drawings and many techniques for making work, but it took a while. It was a process of not just learning, but bringing something out and fine-tuning it to the subject matter. The show itself deals with some nasty subjects in a way, but that aren't as obvious when you see the work. Each one of the paintings is based on an image, a picture either caught from the news or cell phone, very crude images of lone gunmen, school shootings, acts of very particular violence, especially in the United States where it's only been ramping up in the last 10 years. I sought to make a body of work that would translate a phenomenon of the mind and how we treat violence nowadays and how it's been transformed, maybe through oversaturation. Maybe it's just that we see so much through all these windows, whether it's a tablet, a cell phone, a TV, and you just get so overwhelmed that eventually you look at horrible scenes that 50 years ago would have moved someone to go to war. Now it's just another image, another thing on CNN. To some extent, my work has always been motivated with frustration or something I wanted to talk about that maybe my opinion could help. That's not to say that maybe art isn't a very good mechanism for change, but it was very useful in order to talk about subject matters that don't make it to fine art.
For this exhibition here at Kendall Art Center, I'm presenting a group of large paintings, also some paintings on objects, car doors, and the title of this exhibition is Midnight Passages. This title came after some ideas that I have, some like questions about the notion of movement, the notion of living, changing. You can see forests and trees and some shelters. This is a notion of belonging that I've been thinking of. And this group of paintings sometimes are the images very like tranquil, like landscapes, very quiet in the snow sometimes. When you had that feeling of silence, it's kind of like a meditation, and that's my approach, the process of this group of paintings. I'm presenting another group of paintings. In this case, they are not oil and canvas. I use car doors and car parts, and then I paint on top of this with enamel and with industrial paints. And they are more related to these fast times that we live today. These are more strong words visually because I'm using pipes and tires and rims and metal. And that's a little bit the idea to create a contrast in my work. Also, is the contrast that we have in life.
Series started when I found a pelvic bone in a forest, lying among some moss, and I was so struck with the beauty of the bone, how architecturally beautiful it is, that I took it home, and when I saw it sitting in my house, I realized that it symbolizes the whole concept of the Ouroboros, which is of course a snake that eats its own tail, symbolizing infinity. And because the bone makes you think of death, and it's actually a pelvic bone, so it holds the life within itself, it houses the womb, and it is the architecture of creation. And so this makes me think of the whole cycle of life, death, and rebirth, which is the concept of the Ouroboros. So for me, it symbolizes infinity, fertility, female divinity, and power. And so that's how I started that series with the Ouroboros. Pieces about forest communication, specifically mycorrhizae, which is the fungus that lives underground and is in communication with the tree roots. And so the mycorrhizae can stretch for 100 miles and more, and it's one organism. And all the roots in the entire forest are all connected through this communication. It's completely beautiful and very much like the internet. And so I've been thinking a lot about forest communication and how we as people on the top of the earth use our own internet to communicate even though we're not next to each other. But this piece is another forest piece. It's called Spirit Tree, and it's both a snake and a tree, and it came to me in a dream. So this is a dream piece. I work a lot with dreams, so it's one of those.
I'm very happy to have this show here at Kendall Art Center. I've been following the work that the Rodriguez collection has been doing for the past years, and it's a very professional work. The exhibitions are really great, and this show that I'm having here is like a big thing for me to have this exhibition in Miami. I choose these pieces just for this place, like specific works, some paintings, some installations. For me, it's been a great experience to be working with the Rodriguez collection, with Leonardo and Henry.
Collection has been incredible. I was really honored to be invited by you, the curator, and I was surprised to be here actually because I'm not a Cuban artist, and so I was especially honored to have my work here. It's an incredible space. I mean, it's beautiful. The quality of the art and of the curation is amazing.
So right now I'm in the installation for Fluorescent Black at the Kendall Art Center. This piece being something that I owe a great debt of gratitude to Leo, the director of the center here, because this is actually a space for the permanent show and the pieces that are part of Leo's collection. And he allowed me to take down the paintings, move all of the stuff, just play with the space as much as I like, and I was able to do this installation here, which is in reality incomplete, but a space large enough and with enough electricity and all these accoutrements that allow for me to play around in. And it's my first show with so few artists and of a higher standing in a fantastic space. The Kendall Art Center is very accommodating. It has a fantastic space, a very good platform, not just the classic white cube that we know so well and dread in the artist community. And I do want to give thanks to Leo for allowing me to showcase and putting forth a space so that I can just mess with and I can just come up with more stuff.